Hello, traders. Welcome back to another weekly forecast. I hope you're doing well. Okay, so um, last week I wanted to see them trade a little bit higher before continue going lower. My bias was still to the downside, and actually on Tuesday, price decided to go down. I think there was a news on CPI and that sent price lower. So it actually did what I was expecting for the week, but I wanted them to go up a little bit first before going lower. The actual level that I wanted was here, and it missed it by a few pips. So I'm still bearish, but again, looking at how Thursday and Friday traded, it looks to me that it might go a little bit higher on the based on the daily time frame before we resume going lower. Now, I do have other things that suggest that we might go even more higher than I'm expecting. Okay, and I'm going to explain why as we go along. So, what I'm looking for going into the rest of the this week is I'm looking at this candle's high, right? Now, this is a void that price created, and then we've come back to rebalance it, right? So, by default, or by if this is a bearish market, we should resume going lower, which we actually try to do here. And then we've rejected coming back up again. So going into Monday, I want to see how price is going to trade here, right? Do we trade and close above this, or do we reject and go lower? So this is the clue. If we close above this high, this candle's high, I'm looking for price to trade up here, that small little gap over there. So then you stay bullish for the short term basis. If we lose this low here, this down candle's low, then my eye comes right back to this candle's low, which will be over here, that small little volume imbalance over there. Okay, so it's gonna require you to be patient. But as we go along, you see, I'll give you clues to decide whether you want to go with what I'm thinking that they might do, which is potentially trade up here, or you want to wait for the kind of the confirmation before you actually do anything. All right. So moving on to euro, I think euro, if you look at what we have right now, it looks like it's gonna trade here. So again, one clue as to why I think dollar is gonna continue going higher is here. Okay, you can see they've run all these highs. We have one, two, three drives to the upside. Now we are down here. So we might trade down here, and then maybe for euro pause on Aussie. Okay, on Aussie, we might trade for this low. Now, if you look at Aussie closely, right, on the daily time frame, they've actually gone below this down candle and left a fair value gap here. So I think Aussie is weak going forward. Okay, Aussie is weak going forward. If you look here, there is no imbalance, so price will likely trade down here. Looking at these big candles, right? Price will likely trade down here. So more room to the downside for the Aussie. On Euro, however, this level is going to provide a bit of support. If we trade through that, then obviously we go down there. Now there's a small little one over here, but I'll be looking here. So when price trades down to this level, I want to see this continue going lower to come down here. So weakness on Aussie. Again, let me go back so you can see the difference. This down candle, this down candle here can still act as resistance because we are bullish, right? However, over here, they've traded through that. So we don't have resistance, actually may act as support. If I said it wrong, reverse it, okay? but it might act as support and then go down. So on the daily, this is where my eye is. Okay. Now, what that will translate to you is your Aussie. I'll leave you to do that work. New Zealand dollar. This one, Friday, I actually went short, but they decided to keep that pair bullish for Friday. But I think again, similar to the Aussie, they've traded 3 days down candle. So over here, plus if you look on the H4, look at this. It's too clean. I don't think they will send price up here. Now, I was actually watching one of I think ICT's videos some time ago, and then he talked about path of least resistance. Right now, here, do you think it's easier for price to go up here or it's easier for it to come down here? Okay, obviously, looking at this lows and this high, it's easier for it to come down here. So that actually taught me something um, when I was still developing that. When you look at price, think about path of least resistance. Where do you think price will find it easy to go at the current price that you sit in front of the screen? Most of the time, that can give you a clue for your bias. Okay, so right now, path of least resistance is down here. So I think this week we will trade into this. Okay, maybe it might require to trade up here. Does it need to? I don't think it does, but if it does, I'm looking for it to trade down here. Now, what will make me wrong unless we come back and trade above this candle's high or this swing high? Crude oil. Last week I told you I was looking for bullish price action. If we do trade into that level, okay, I'll be looking for price to give me some bullish price action. Um, we didn't trade to that level, but on Monday, price rejected over here, leaving that imbalance. So Tuesday, right here, actually gave that trade to my group members to trade a buy to this equal high. So I actually got a buy from here, and I got another buy in here to trade up into there. Okay. Now we've traded into premium. We are bearish. Price has given rejection, willingness to go down. So I'm looking for it to trade back down here, and then for that equal low. This level, I will watch it if we trade down and see what we can get, because going into the month of January, usually oil goes bullish. So we don't have to hit January for oil to go bullish. So maybe it might start breaking market structure to get it ready for some bullishness. If we do get rejection on the downside, this is where I think we might trade to. Okay, but for now, this week I'm looking for lower prices. So you can get a sell to trade in here, and then potentially that equal low. EJ, this pair is making it hard for me to read. Again, last week you heard me say I don't know what it wants to do, right? I actually got some trades on it based on what I use as a Tuesday price action, Tuesday and Thursday's price action. So what that is basically Monday trade up, Tuesday takes out Monday's high, gives rejection, and then you sell. That's what I did over here. However, I wanted to see them trade down here before this big move occurred. Okay, I wanted to see them trade into discount before that big move occurred, but they've pushed it up. Now, based on the higher time frame, okay, it's bullish. Okay, we've not taken out any down candle yet on this weekly time frame. Down, go up, respect, down, go up, respect. Now down goes up. Now we've come back into this, and then it's respecting it. So I'm bullish. Um, maybe it might require to come down here for me to get a buy. We will see this week. Okay. Again, just as everything, if we trade back above this candle's high, I'll be looking for a buy. Is it likely to do it? It'll be a hard one because of this big drop on Friday. So maybe it might require to trade maybe here or even to this level before it goes up. So I'm gonna put this on the sidelines and then wait till I see something that I recognize, and then I'll trade it just like I did over here, right? Maybe Tuesday price action on the downside, whatever happened here, reversed down here, and then I'll look for the buy. Okay, Euro Aussie. Okay, so Euro Aussie, if I want you to look at the monthly chart over here, right? Now, if you look at the monthly chart, we have a run on this low, and then we went above that. So that will be this as an impulse, this as a retracement. As a retracement, we traded back down to an imbalance over here, right? We traded to that imbalance. One, run this low and then break, and then we did find support. We did find support at this down candle here, right? We did not go through it. Actually, we traded through it, come back down, find support, and we've had another expansion. So I think they might be going for base highs. Okay, I think we're bullish on this. We've turned around. All right. So I'm looking for buys now. We had a long period of consolidation. It could mean a whole lot of things, right? Because this high to this low, that's also a dealing range. So it could mean consolidation, manipulation into this breakdown, and then we come back down here. But that's not what I'm looking at. So I think we're going up. Over here on the H4, that was Friday. So it could be accumulation of longs in here and then continuation to the upside. So I'm giving it up to this candle's high and opening price. That's previous week high. Okay, and this opening price. The way they went above it. Now sometimes if you steady price action, these high energy candles, most of the time they sell into it. So if it's a sell, then they will trade through this and continue going lower. But if it's a buy, then we should find support potentially here and then resume going higher, or even find support below this candle's low on Monday. So I'll see how Monday trades. If we take out Friday's low and I see rejection, then I'll start looking for buy for price to go and attack these highs. We have a small little imbalance in here. If that happens, I will look for a buy to go there. If not, then I will be looking for breakdown here to go lower. So either we find support here or here, and I look for the buy, or price reject and entirely wipes out all these buys, takes out this low, and then we go lower. Which one is likely to happen? I like the idea of going up. Okay, look at the weekly chart and then you see what I mean. All this consolidation. Let me start from here. So consolidation, we pop, and then we accumulated, we pop, and then long accumulation in here, almost a month or two. These 2 month accumulation, and then we've seen that push up. So let's see, going into Monday. Monday, don't do anything. If it takes out this low and then it rejects, then you can look for the buy. Or if it drops down to this level and again gives you a rejection, that can give you a buy. If not, stay on the sidelines, because I don't think this is bearish. Okay, if it's bearish, I'm willing to be wrong, but that probably might not be the case. This pair has got to my level that I was looking for. This equal high, actually go buy to go up there. So I'm pretty much right now going to be on the sidelines. You can see what happened after they went above that high. This candle happened. Now it could be another potential buying to go up. If it is, I want to see Monday trade up. Is it likely to happen? I don't know. Okay, so I'll have to wait. This is why waiting for Monday and not doing anything most of the time is important. Wait for Monday to give you a clue. Because if Monday opens and it trades down, it gives you a clue. Imbalance over here. If Monday opens and it trades up, it gives you a clue. It might continue going up for these highs. So then you can go forward having a bias. Okay. FORECATE, actually, okay, I've shared it. That's all right. I didn't want to share this one, but it's okay. This equal high, I think they're gonna run it. This is what I'm looking to buy. That's the trade. If I get this on Monday, that would be fantastic. If not, then whenever it trades there, I'm looking for that. If we lose this low, I'm gonna sell trade down here. So whatever price does, I know what it wants to do. Okay, either we hit this, take out this equal high, trade through this, come down here. I will still be aiming for that equal high because I think that's the draw on liquidity right now. But here, is it likely to go down to this level that I'm pointing to on the H4, or is it going to go up here? Remember what the phrase that I used earlier, path of least resistance. Is it easier for it to go up here, or is it harder for it to go down here? It's harder for it to go down here because it has to trade through this, it has to trade previous week low. So ICT calls this high resistance, right? It's high resistance liquidity run to go down here, but it's low resistance to go up here because it's equal high. You learn something new. Okay. Now let's go to, because I don't want to make this thing too long. I actually took a sell on Bitcoin this morning. The reason why I think that dollar might continue going higher is because of the indices, because it's an inverse correlation. Indices going down, dollar goes up. Now, if you look at what we have here, okay, we have a previous week running all these highs, rejection. On daily time frame, we've lost this down candle. Last week, it was a run on these lows. Okay, we were still respecting down candles. This was a run on the lows, but now new high run 1 2 3 break. So we are trading to this. On the H4, we still have this to closing, right? And then this equal low. So I think we might continue going lower on the indices, and that should take the dollar index up. So this is another clue as to why I think that the dollar should continue going up. I could be wrong, and this might just hit this, then trade up. But if it's going to do it, it will find it hard to do it because now we have what, an imbalance in here. We have a breaker here. So even if we get a rejection here, we might trade and bump into the breaker, then resume going lower. Hence dollar higher. Okay. So that's why I think dollar will go higher. If you look at the Nasdaq, same thing, right? Down candle, that was a raid, and then we went higher, breakdown. We have a breaker here, right? So we'll likely rebalance this, and then probably continue going lower. Okay, this high to this low, premium, auto block, hit it, rejection. So I think we resume going lower. It's bearish. Okay, dollar higher. So pretty much that's it. Let's do some cryptos and then call it a day. So cryptos, I'm looking for price to trade. It's on the H4. I'm looking for it to trade to this candle's high. So the sell that I took, I shorted this last up candle here, pulling back to it, expecting to go lower. It's Sunday, so volatility might be very slim or 0 to none, so it might just consolidate. But what might potentially happen is they might go for Saturday's high. Yeah, take that one out and then go lower. So I could be wrong. Take me out and then go lower. It's test demo, testing out very short block. Okay, if it takes me out, no problem. It's just a practice. Okay. Ethereum, they've taken out this high, so that should basically go lower. I'm looking for run for this equal low into this level, and we also have equal lows down here, so we will potentially resume going lower. Last week I gave a buy idea to go here. Bitcoin, I gave the buy idea to trade to this candle slow, and that's what they did. Okay, so that's pretty much it. I hope you learned something in this one. It's a little bit longer than the usual, but it's okay. I wish you all the best for this week, and I'll see you guys. Um, Next week is Christmas, so I might not do any forecast for Christmas. You never know. I might. Let's see. Maybe the forecast will come on a Monday because I might be very busy during the Sunday. Enjoy the rest of your week. Have a pleasant day, and I'll see you guys soon. Peace.